Hello friends, I am Dr. J. Durga Prasad Rao, PhD Computer Science, Chairman Board of Studies, Hemchand Yadav, Durg University. I am also Additional Director and HOD Computer Science, Shri Shankaracharya Mahavidyalaya. Today, I will be taking my classes on the topic Overview of Database Management System, Part 1. This topic comes under Unit 1 of the subject RDBMS, that stands for Relational Database Management System, SQL Programming with Oracle. This is useful for the class MSc Computer Science second semester. Also, it is useful for PGDCA second sem, BCA second year and BSc second year. But mainly this particular video is focused on MSc Computer Science second semester. So let's start. Well, the objectives which will be included in presentation are as data information and knowledge, increased use of data as a corporate resource, data processing versus data management, file oriented approach versus data oriented approach to data management. So let us first clearly define what is database management system. A database management system is a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access those data. Again, I repeat, a database management system is a collection of interrelated, mark the word interrelated data and a set of programs to access those data. It is a collection of related data with implicit meaning. Database contains information relevant to an enterprise. Well, the primary goal of DBMS is to provide a way to store and retrieve database information that is both convenient and efficient. By data, we mean known facts that can be recorded and that have implicit meaning. For example, let us consider the name of certain employees, telephone numbers, addresses of the people. We can record this data in an address book, or we can also store it in a personal computer or a diskette or a software such as Fox Pro, Microsoft Access and many more. Now let us know something about information. Before knowing the information, let me tell you about what is a datum. Well, a datum is a unit of data. It is a symbol or a set of symbols which is used to represent something. The relationship between symbols and what they represent is the essence of what we mean by information. Hence, we can say information is interpreted data. Interpreted data, that is, the data which has been interpreted is known as information. That is data supplied with semantic. Now let us know something about knowledge. Knowledge refers to the practical use of information. While the information can be transported, stored or shared without many difficulties, the same cannot be said about knowledge. Knowledge necessarily involves a personal experience. Referring back to scientific expression, a third person reading the results will have information about it, while the person who conducted the experiment personally will have knowledge about it. Now, as per the topic, increasing use of data as a corporate resource. Now, many corporates are using data for their own benefits in their own use. And hence, data systems are designed to manage large bodies of information. Management of data involves both defining structure for storage of information and providing mechanisms for the manipulation of the information. In addition, the database system must ensure the safety of the information stored, despite system crashes or attempts at unauthorized access. That is also comes under security measures. If data are to be shared among several users, the system must avoid possible anomalous results. You can say that comes under redundancy. Now we'll go to the topic data processing versus data management system. Now what actually is data processing? Let us first understand. Data processing is the term generally used to describe what was done by large mainframe computers from the late 1940s until the early 1980s. Large volumes of data, of raw transaction data, fed into programs that update a master file with fixed format reports written to the paper. Although data processing and data management systems both refer to functions that take raw data and transfer into usable information, the usage of the terms is very different. Now, what actually is data management system? The term data management system refers to an expansion of this concept, where the raw data previously copied manually from paper to punched cards and later into data entry terminals is now fed into system from a variety of sources, including such as ATMs, EFT, and direct customer entry through the internet. The master file concept has largely been displaced by database management system and static reporting replaced or augmented by ad hoc reporting and direct inquiry, including downloading of data by customers. The ubiquity of the internet and personal computer data have been the driving force in the transformation of data processing to the more global concept of database management system. Now let us know something about file-oriented approach. The earliest business computer systems were used to process business record and produce information. They were generally faster and more accurate than equivalent manual systems. These systems stored group of records in a separate files, and so they were called file processing system. In a typical file processing system, each department has its own files designed specifically for those applications. The department itself, working with the data processing system, sets policies or standards for the format and maintenance of its files. Programs are dependent on the files and vice versa. That is, when the physical format of the file is changed, the program has also to be changed. However, traditional approach to information processing is still widely used and widely accepted. Now, how companies or institutions or corporates are moving from database oriented approach to data management. Let us discuss some reasons about that. Number one is data redundancy and inconsistency. Now here let me clear. Redundancy means duplication of data. Since different programs create the files and applications programs over a long period, the various files are likely to have different formats, and the programs may be written in several programming languages. Moreover, the same information may be duplicated in several places. For example, the address and telephone number of a particular customer may appear in a file that consists of saving account records and in a file that consist of checking account records. This redundancy leads to higher storage and access cost. In addition, it may lead to data inconsistency, that is, the various copies. Next reason was difficulty in accessing data. Suppose that one of the officers need to find out all the customers who live in a particular postcode area. However, an application program to generate the list of all customers, the officer has only two choices. Either obtain the list of customers and extract the needed information manually, or ask his system programmer to write necessary application program. But both alternatives are unsatisfactory. Same officer needs to trim the list of include only those customers who have an account balance of rupees 3000 or more. As expected, a program to generate such a list does not accept. Again, the preceding officer has only two options. Well, neither of which is satisfactory. Next, we will discuss about data isolation. Because data are scattered in a various files and files may be in different formats, writing new application program to retrieve appropriate data is difficult. Next, integrity problems. The data values stored in the database must satisfy certain types of consistency constraints. For example, the balance of a bank account may never fall because a prescribed amount, say rupees 1500. Developers enforce these constraints in the system by adding appropriate code in the various application programs. However, when new constraints are added, it is difficult to change the programs to enforce them. The problem is compounded when constraints involve several data items from different files. Automaticity problem. A computer system, like any other mechanical or electronic device, is a subject to failure. In many applications, it is crucial that if a failure occurs, the data to be stored to the consistent state that existed prior to the failure. Let us consider an example. Consider a program to transfer rupees 500 from account B to account C. If the system failure occurs during the execution of the programs, it is possible that the rupees 500 was removed from account B but was not credited to the account C, resulting in inconsistent database. Hence, it is essential to database consistency. Please mark this sentence, that either both the credit and debit occur or transfer must be automatic. That is, they should neither occur. It must be happen in its entirety or not at all. It is difficult to ensure automaticity in a conventional file processing system. Concurrent access anomalies. This is the topic which we are going to discuss next. For the sake of overall performance of the system and faster response, many systems allows multiple users to update the data simultaneously. In such an environment, interaction of concurrent updates may result in inconsistent data. Consider bank account B containing rupees 5000. If two customers withdraw rupees 500 and rupees 1000 respectively from account B at about the same time, the result of concurrent executions may leave the account in an incorrect, or in technical term we can say inconsistent state. Next, going to discuss about the problem, that is security problem. Not every user of the database should be able to access all the data. For example, in a working system, payroll personnel need to see only that part of the database that has information about the various bank employees. They do not need access to information about customer accounts. But since application programs are added to the systems in an ad hoc manner, enforcing such constraints is difficult. So these were the topics which we discussed today, and it also marks the end of lecture. These were the references from which I took my notes. A special thanks Data System Concepts by Abraham Spielberg and S. Sudarshan, Data Management System by Raghu Ramakrishna, An Introduction to Database Systems by Bipin Desai, Principle of Database Systems by J.D. Ullman, Fundamentals of Database Systems by R. Al-Mansri and S. Nawate, Foundations of Databases by Sergey Abitbol and Victor Vianu, Database Management System by John Garg and Raghu Ramakrishna, Database Management System by P.S. Gill, Database Systems, a Practical Approach to Design and Implementation and Management by Conley, Introduction to Database Management System by Kahate, MCA 202/MCA 11 by Shri Abhishek Taneja ji and Shri Dharmender Kumar ji. Thank you very much.